Hello everyone, this is the Batman Statue Collector coming to you once again from the Batcave. And in this episode, I would like to take you on a quick review of, again, Prime 1's Arkham Knight. This guy I've loved from the minute I got him. I actually prefer him over the Batman Prime 1, the original Batman that came out. Just wanted to give you a quick review of the detail and the paint execution on this guy. Some of you may have recently seen some of my other reviews. This is really one of my absolute favorite pieces. I feel like the paint apps, especially on this particular statue, is probably the cleanest out of the other ones that I have. I do have the Arkham Knight, as I mentioned, and I also have Deathstroke and Batman Noel. And I don't know, he is fairly simple in the paint department, a lot of grays. But especially when it comes down to this area here, I just really feel like it's all very, very clean, very, very well done. You can see some of the detailing work all the way around on him. He doesn't necessarily have as many details as, let's say, Deathstroke does. But again, this is a very well-rounded statue. I'll kind of back up a little bit here and show you how I have him set up. This is the primary pose that I like to have for this guy. You can see here I also have the LEDs on. They're a nice subtle blue. I think the camera picks it up a little bit better than in real life. But again, this is him with his arm up with a gun and his other gun down below. There is let me kind of just take this helmet off here and I'll kind of show you some of the detailing. Prime 1 did a really nice job of adding some of the decals or stickers or whatever printing process they used on him. And it's pretty cool with him. There's just this little area right here. If you push it in, that turns off the light. Push it back in, that turns on the LED. So really very, very simple. Very, very easy to apply. Really strong magnet, which is always nice on any of these pieces. And I feel like Prime 1 does a really good job with the magnet department. These particular pieces here, they come off in the chest area. These are, I feel like these are just part of plastic, but real shiny to give it a really nice color texture. And those just snap right into place. Very, very simple. Everything just fits in nicely. Also, the shoulder pads are also magnetic, so very easy to change out. Again, I just love the look of him. I love the simplicity of his color. I mentioned in another video with Deathstroke how the colors really pop on him. I really like that Arkham Knight is just very, very subtle. So at this point, I'd like to give you just a quick view of some of the change outs that you can do with him. And here they are. All right, here is the first change out. I just simply took the gun out and replaced it with a fist. And I kind of like that look. Of course, I like anytime you can display a weapon, but I kind of like that he's just clenched his fists like he's ready to maybe punch somebody. I don't know, but I do like that look. I think it's a great option. Another option is to have the gun and the bent hand, or the bent arm, excuse me. I feel like that's a good look also. So kind of back up here, that's another option for change out. Very cool looking. This next change out has the arm straight down. And the great thing I love about this particular one, I have seen a lot of people display him like this, where he's got the both guns shooting straight down. I do like that pose as well. And the thing I love about this one in particular is that the arm isn't attached to the hand, whereas Deathstroke has one that's like that. And so this one you could take and you can put the bald fist. This is a bald fist one here. And you can put that down if you'd rather do that. You can also do that with this arm. Again, just comes out. Nice strong magnet. This particular one has another bald fist on that side. So you can do just a standard pose with the fist down. You can also do this one, which this is a little bit different hand here for a little bit different look. Make sure I have it going up there. There we go. Strong magnet again on that one. You could do something like that if you want to, or have the gun in the hand, something kind of like that look if you'd like. Or I've also seen some people, I'm going to take the shoulder pad off here, shoulder armor. I'm going to take the whole arm out, and I'm going to put his bent arm back in with the large gun, and I will put the shoulder piece back on. Just snaps right back into place. And this is kind of a cool look too, with his gun up and just the open hand. I think that's kind of also a really cool look. So those are the main changes you could do, and then of course there's one more that I want to show you. Of course, this was a spoiler for a long time in the Arkham Knight game, but Arkham Knight is Red Hood, and this is one version of Red Hood. There's another version that Prime 1 has come out with that changes the colors a little bit, and I think the head sculpt is also a little bit different. But basically, it's the head sculpt here, real shiny, and then again that just slides right back into place, and then again, just like the blue ones, very similar. They just snap right into the chest, and it gives you that look. So of course you could do any of the arm switch outs that I showed you earlier, but this is an option that I probably would never do because I really like the Arkham Knight look as opposed to the Red Hood, but to each their own. But this is just another switch out option that you could do. All right, everyone, I'd like to give you one final look at some of the detailing on the Arkham Knight. I showed you a little bit ago the detailing on the helmet, which is definitely an improvement from the prototype, which is basically just all clear. So it kind of shows the little computer screen gadgets that are in his helmet, which I think are really, really cool. I mentioned earlier that this piece is somewhat muted in color compared to maybe Deathstroke, who have a little bit brighter colors. But like if you look at this blue here, you notice how shiny it is. It really stands out. It really does pop on the piece, which I think it has a nice balance because the reds and the grays are all a little bit muted, which I really, really like. I think it just looks really, really cool. There are a couple more pieces that I forgot to show you that do pop out. There's that piece right there, and then there's another one here on this side that also snaps in. But everything else is sculpted, like these straps here. It looks like it could be a snap-on piece, but really it's just all sculpted into the actual figure itself. And as we pan down, you'll notice the pants. Again, this looks like a fabric piece, but this is clearly sculpted. It's just amazing, the amount of detail that they put in to the pants to really make it look like fabric, because it really, really does. I think most people would be mistaken that it is actual fabric, but it's not. Here you can see too that the same blue color is continued throughout the piece. So you have blue there and the arm guards there, up in the bicep and the chest area, and of course the helmet. So it does tie it all really, really well together. And as we pan down here, I'd like to give you a little bit of detail on the base. Initially I thought the gold color would be a little bit darker But it is a gold, more of a gold color, and I think it really does look nice. And the little eagles that came out of here, these are magnets also, and they just fit right into place. Kind of a similar theme on all the bases. Speaking of bases, I really like that Prime 1 came up with this top of the building idea. Just a really unique idea, because a lot of bases really, they are just really boring. They're just black bases with a little bit of concrete or something on top. But I love that they decided to, do this similar idea on all the bases. I'll kind of pan over here. This is the base for Deathstroke, the winged death here. And then of course the base on the Batman, similar look to the Arkham Knight. And if I come way over here, you'll see of course the base on Batman Noel, which is really cool. So anyway, I'll come back over here, give you one final look at this guy. I really do. I give him a 10 out of 10. I think that he is probably an underrated piece. I know there will be some people that do not get him, but he really is a cool looking character. A character we've never seen before, certainly before the game. But I also wanted to show you kind of a size difference between him and Deathstroke. And then also Batman there. So Deathstroke is a little bit smaller. Of course, he is not standing straight up. He's coming up onto the building. So Arkham Knight does look a little bit taller. But anyway, like I said, a great piece. I would recommend him for anybody that's on the fence on him. If you were going to collect all of the villains, like I am, I definitely recommend that you don't miss out on him before he is gone. Because again, I think he's an underrated piece. I think he's really well done, and I would recommend him to anyone. So, again, this is the Batman Statue Collector. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'd love to hear your comments, and as always, please subscribe. Love to have more members. So, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.